Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? Well, we're dropping down to downtown Paphos. We're entering the village of Konya, and we're going to descend and go to the Limassol roundabout, and we're going to go round it and come off on the, what is it, 1, 2, 3rd exit, and go into a bit of a traffic jam probably, and then we're going to navigate ourselves through downtown Paphos. And well, it's coming to that crescendo time, 10:30 in the morning. Most people are starting to get up. I get up that little bit earlier, around about 6:30. But of course, the majority of the people living in downtown Paphos are that little bit lazy, or should we say that little bit retired. So they like to get up that little bit later and go about their daily business. You know, pop into the bank, get in, I don't know, a frappe or two, pack of cigarettes, whatever it might be. But that means it gets a little bit congested. That's what it actually means. And that was Russian radio playing in the background there. Mr. Paul, the professional that he is, didn't realise that he had his radio still going. But of course, we're not very professional, are we? So, if you're wondering what's going on, you've tuned into Mr. Paul's Breakfast Club. And generally, we just drive in and around Paphos. And if you keep coming back, well, you never know, you might hear your name mentioned, Mr. Steve and Miss Heather, but you never know, you might get to learn a little route that you'd never noticed before, as Mr. Paul and Miss Mo, all the way out in Bristol, have come to find out. And of course, Mr. Paul's coming back to Paphos in the 2nd week of July, so we'll make sure that his car is all nice and clean. We'll change the oil for him and give it a good clean, park it up in the airport, especially for him and Miss Mo when they arrive on that big bird. And then of course they'll be able to jump into their own car and whiz off down to Payer. And then hopefully in a couple of days we'll get to meet them on the downtown Cape of Paphos promenade or harbour area, and perhaps have a drink and a bite to eat. Now, yesterday we were accosted while we were sitting down in the harbour by two superstars all the way from downtown Birmingham. Miss Amanda, Mr. Andrew, a very, very, very good morning to you. And they're staying in the, which one was it? The Maris or the Bay? I'm not sure which one it was, but it's one of the Leonardo hotels, which is side by side. I think it was the Maris. But anyway, they're both good hotels, aren't they? And they said it was very, very nice, and a little bit of a shorter walk to the promenade than they normally have, because normally they stay in the Louis Fyton Beach, and they like Louis Fyton Beach very, very much indeed, and they're probably going to go back there again and again. Some other superstars that love the Louis Fyton Beach, of course, Lady Anne-Marie and Sir Michael, all the way in downtown Nelson in South Wales. They did the great honour of allowing us to make a little wedding video for them. And well, we were humbled and touched to our hearts and to our souls, and now we are part of their family, and we're very, very proud indeed to be part of their family. And a big shout out to all of the stars. Miss Kaylee, or our princess, good morning to you. Of course, Tammy, good morning. Morgan, good morning. And the little superstar with the blue eyes, of course, little Leo, good morning to you. We're looking forward to seeing you again very, very soon. And you never know, it might be on that day, but I can't remember when my birthday was. But whenever it was, I'm sure Princess Kylie knows when it is. And you never know, you may be coming back to Paphos and Chuchuchka dancing down the downtown Cape of Paphos promenade again and again. Big shout out to some of the other stars on the show. Please forgive the speed bumps. If your name is Lady so sweet Caroline, get your bottom on a memory foam pillow. But of course, just before you do, pour a toss or two for the legend, the superstar known as Lord Nigel Big of the Guns. And of course, I'm sure he is thinking about perusing Miss Coola's catalogue again and again while he decides and chooses which 3 or 4 Breitling watches he's going to buy this time. And you never know, he may have been into that Range Rover brochure as well and cast his eye over something and probably flexed his plastic friend and just bought it. There we are. Midtown Paphos on the left hand side. If your name is Miss Andrea and you've got a partner in crime called Mr. Mark the Peacock, well, that's McDonald's. So if you want to go and get a burger or two, that could be the place for you. Neon Mall, the Mall of Paphos, Paphos, that's just over there. You've got the Kiabi, I think that's how you say it. That's like, it's like a Peacock store, to be honest, like a Primark store, but good quality, like Primark and Peacocks, at affordable prices for the normal people like me in the world. I do like to buy a blue t-shirt or two, and normally I buy them en masse. So that's the new shop for me. That's where I go and buy them. I get quite a few for €50, and then I'm able to throw them away once I've sweated in them that little bit too much. Where are we going? Who knows? Who knows? Paul just drives around Paphos non-stop, looking for, well, business and a place to get a coffee. I've never been into that coffee shop there on the right-hand side, so I don't know if it's good or bad. I've not been into that one there, but I have been to this one just coming up now on the left-hand side. And Dan Workbird's Coffee is what they sell. And coffee, well, Caps Cafe is what it's called. And I did enjoy the coffees I have in there. I've been there a few times, and they also do some nice cinnamon muffins. Very, very nice. If your name is Princess Darley, perhaps you've got a father called my cousin King James and a mum called Queen Karine, well, that could be the place to go and get a cupcake or two. And what's this about your dad defecting and going and watching another YouTube channel? I was very, very upset. I can't believe that you defected and gone and watched another YouTube channel. I mean, at least if you're going to defect, go and watch Andrea Mart, at least they're family members, or perhaps go and watch Andy and Nessie's Travels, because again, they're family members. But you know, let's keep it in the family, shall we? Big shout out to you, Andy, Miss Ness, all the way out, well, I don't know where you are, but somewhere out in the blue Mediterranean Sea, or maybe it's the Aegean Sea, I'm not sure, or perhaps you're zigzagging between the two, but you're out there somewhere on a big boat, swimming around and getting off now and again and popping into various destinations and sending us the odd picture or two. Now, where are we? Well, Travel Express is there. If you're having a package sent up and down, that's the central office for them. We've got a pharmacy coming up on there, and this road, if you're curious to know where it comes out on, it comes out to the rear of the Paphos Law Courts. So perhaps if you've been a naughty boy, this could be the escape route, because they're going to bring you in through the front entrance, and there's a cafe at the back. So you say you need to go to the toilet, go to the toilet, jump over the little fence and, well, leg it. And you never know, the boys drinking the frappes may not notice for a few hours. You've often heard us mention our lawyer Sava. Well, where the Gap Express sign is there, if you go in around the back, and he's in because his Mercedes is there, so if you go around the back and up to the first floor, you will find his office. So if you need a good lawyer or two, that could be the place for you. And he's a good lawyer, actually, really, really is. Very, very busy lawyer, as most good lawyers are, but he's a very, very clever man, very intelligent man, and he is a very, very good lawyer indeed, whether it be a car accident, an injury claim, that kind of thing, or some other legality that you need to be sorting out. And if you can't get in touch with the greatest lawyer in the world, he just happens to be our superstar, and her name is Star, by the way, Miss Anna Star, an absolute legend, all the way out in Krakow. She's not just a lawyer, by the way, she's actually a judge as well, so what can you say? And then following in her footsteps is her son, Mr. Bart. He's done very, very well in his exams, and now he's going to go on to the next level. And of course, after that, he's going to go to university and train to be a lawyer. And we're sure that he will be as good a lawyer as his mum. And when his mum retires, he will take over the mantle and the title of the greatest lawyer in the world. Quite simple. So, Law Courts is to the left. If you keep going straight down there, you're going to come to the municipality area, and where the mayor likes to park his car on the double yellow lines, on the chevrons, just down from the traffic lights, of course across to a busy school. But of course he's the mayor, he can park wherever he wants, he does what he wants, doesn't he? He tells his little gumbaros on the scooters to whiz round and give you and me tickets, but of course he can do whatever he wants. It's that simple. Do as I say, but not as I do. I think we will take a, should we go left, should we go right? We'll go left. There we are. You never know, these lights may stay on, especially for us. Now just over the road there, by the way, whether you notice with his head down in a black t-shirt, that was George Michael. Yes, did you notice him? He was coming along and he was whispering to himself, careless whispers. He's obviously just been to the bank. And of course that's George Michael from Costas and a little restaurant called Stevie's. Yes, now you know who I mean. There we are. He likes to whisper in the ladies' ears, sweet whispers, things like your bill's only $24.99, those kind of things. Would you like a steak sandwich? Those kind of things. He's a superstar on the downtown Cape of Paphos promenade, and of course he's been there a long time indeed. Where are we now? Well, big car park to the left, and then just over here on the right hand side is Second Cup, and then just there is Kennedy Square. Kennedy Square means that we are at the very top of the old town. And as I've told you, it's only 10:30 in the morning, so there's not a lot going on, is there? No, because most people now perhaps are frantically trying to get into banks, frantically trying to pay their electricity bill, their water bills, those kind of things, and legging it around a supermarket. Because one thing is for sure, at 12:30, all hands on deck, get in your car, get on your electric scooter, get on your moped, and you're going to leg it home because it's time for lunch. And lunch in Paphos is very important indeed. And there's no one who drives faster at lunchtime than me, because I like to go and have a lunch. And I understand that my working day is probably over. I don't like to work after 1 o'clock unless I have to. Obviously, I'm lucky that I've got my own business. I've got some excellent staff, and I mean excellent. They try not to phone me after 1 o'clock, but like I say, I try not to phone them at 6 o'clock in the morning, because I'm out and about from 6:30, and they turn in sometime between 8 and 9 o'clock. We have quite a relaxed and lax working atmosphere, but of course we're open 7 days a week, and often we're open until very late indeed. If someone needs a car back and it has to go back, guess what? That job gets done and it has to go back. So we're very flexible. So if you've got a problem with your car, whether it be car bodywork or mechanics, get in touch with Mr. Paul and Abra. You'll find us in the Paphos Post. You'll find us in the Cyprus Living magazine. And of course, many people know who I am, so they've got my number. Or you can even contact us via YouTube. It's a crazy world that we live in. This road, well, you thought it was finished a few months ago, but of course, they've now got all the pavements to do. And if you look very carefully, the pavements have been done. So slowly but surely, Paphos is coming back to life, and it's going to come back an awful lot better than it was before. Unfortunately, we have to go through all of the inconveniences, don't we? But I promise you, when it's done, it'll come back much better than it ever was before. So please, if it's your first time and you come to Paphos, please forgive the municipality all of the problems due to COVID-19, which of course now is gone, and of course a massive backlog in the works and the funding and all those kind of things. But now we're back on course. Paphos is going to be at the very top of its game by this time next year. So please come back again and again, except for the potholes. Although if there's a competition around the world for potholes, you never know, we may come out at #1. So that could be another award that we could win. Now I'm going to say thanks for watching. Of course, if you do like what you see, why not hit that like, click that subscribe, and perhaps come back for a little bit more of my insanity. And if you want to keep the channel going, well, you know what you do. You click through to our about page, where you will find a little icon and it says buy me a coffee. That will take you through to the buy me a coffee platform. Totally safe, independent platform. Your bank details will not be scammed, if you understand me. It's a secure bank. You buy us a coffee virtually or two, and of course we'll convert your cash into money, pop it into the benzene tank, or sometimes buy a coffee especially for me. So thanks for watching. Oh, you can also find us on the Super Thanks on YouTube, where the little thumbs up and the thumbs down is. Scroll across a little bit and there's a heart with a $ in the middle, and of course you can press that button and contribute £1 all the way up to £1 million, I think, because remember, our superstar, our lawyer, does want me to buy a black Rolls-Royce Phantom with a blue leather interior, and that's going to cost a couple of bob, that's for sure. So thanks for watching, and if you like what you see, hit that like, click the subscribe, and don't forget to come back tomorrow. Thanks for watching. See you again very soon.